And this is, what's that? Yeah, zebras.
This is Julia Shida. She's a librarian in the town of Tofield, 65 kilometers southeast of Edmonton. She lives on a quarter section of land just outside of Tofield in Beaver County. Julia and her husband Toyo have been community members for 8 years. Unfortunately, their home and their way of life have been threatened by a strip mine and coal gasification plant known as the Dodds-Roundhill project. If the project goes through, it would force the Shidas off the land that they have called home. The Shidas moved here after falling in love with the land they reside on and the welcoming atmosphere in the community and surrounding areas. Starting fresh, they poured their time and energies into their home and property to build the dream they have long aspired to have. If they are displaced by a strip mine, they will be given money for their land, but there is no price for the dream that you have created. Their horses were born here. Their years of hard work on their property will not be compensated. They will never find another place as perfect as this one is for them.
You know, people say, well, why worry? Sherrit will give you lots of money and you can buy another place, but there's more to it than that. It's like, we're very, very lucky here. We've got peace and quiet. We have really excellent neighbors. It's perfect.
The Shidas' concerns go past their own land. They are also very worried about the land and environment around them.
For me, the land is base of human life. It's being grow up in Japan. It's land is part of you. That's the way they were. Land is very close to you, which I never did have my own. Now we have here like last 8-9 years.
I watch the fields change over the seasons and watch the crops go, and just how grateful we are that we live here where you do have good soil that grows food. It just seems that soil should be protected. It should be cared about and cherished, and just not treated as something that should just be moved out of the way, and then hopefully we can put it back and it will be just as productive as it was before it got disrupted. And what happens to all the birds and the animals while their migratory route is being disrupted? The biggest concern for people is what's happening with the water. What will happen with the surface water? What will happen to the aquifers, the wells? How is that going to affect your water to have the land disrupted that much?
This is Toyo and Julie's story. They're just one family worried about the community, the environment, and their way of life. Imagine how many more families feel this way too.